Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps! How's it going, you sexy bitches? And you other pieces of garbage? Peter fucking Joseph here for a late night video on this Tuesday night. On a Tuesday. Right here, on the official Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this video. Video number 2, by the way, on YouTube for Tuesday. But right here on the channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. I already said that. But make sure you like the video and subscribe, like I said, again, to this channel. My other channel's down there inside of my fucking pants, otherwise known as the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. If you're fake, you're a bitch, and you're getting blocked. And you can leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, you're going to get blocked there too. You don't like it? Too fucking bad. But you're going to do it anyway, because you're obsessed with me, and you love me so much. So much! Well, I don't love you either, but you can go right here and go fuck yourself. But it is what it is. And don't forget to hit that bell. You know how to treat it. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you do, you suck. And you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's it. Alright, and if this is your first time watching, you're just floating around YouTube at this fine hour, and you see my gorgeous sexy face, because you know you love me too. And that's that. But if this is your first time watching, well, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. If you like what you see, hit that like button, stick it straight up everybody else's ass, because that's where it belongs. Subscribe to this very channel. We're getting close to 500. Maybe get there by Easter, I don't know, but you know, we're 2 months, about 6 to 8 weeks away from Easter. Funny enough, ain't it? But I mean, we're 2 weeks away from Valentine's Day, so start thinking about what you're gonna get for your significant other pretty soon. Besides, you know, the good old sex or drunk sex, because as we all know, drunk sex is the best sex. Oh, absolutely. But just remember to wrap up that burrito. Unless you have really good pull-out game, but some of you don't. And I know that for a fact. But it is what it is. But in any case, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button on this channel and my other channels as well. Show your support. And that's it. Alright. My cat's being weird. You know how Wrestling Cat is. She's weird. Right, Wrestling Cat? Get over here. Come here. Come here, Wrestling Cat. Here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. You say the day. Mighty Mouse. Oh, sorry. Okay. Just want to make sure you're not doing anything weird. Exactly. Alright, but Wrestling Cat sends her love and to all you great people and to all you other people. She says, fuck you, man! And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a great Tuesday. Inching closer to the end of the month. This is the final full week of January, the first month of the year. We are actually, as of this video, 1 week away from the end of the month, and we start that short month of February, even though we add a day because it's leap year this year. So we got 29 days next year. So that's nice. But hope everybody had a great day, and I would just say that the last couple days for me, not fun if you've been following my social media a little bit, but pretty much, long story short, I wanted to do my Raw review last night, but I had to prep for my colonoscopy, which was today, Yesterday was not fun, so I woke up early, like mad early. I had a day off because I was prepping. I didn't prep till 5 o'clock, so. But I woke up, had a screaming headache, but I wanted to, kind of let the day go, and I should have took. I couldn't even, you know. I had a really, the day before the colonoscopy, you're supposed to start a liquid diet, so you can't have anything, any solid food. You can have broth. I didn't have broth, and all I can drink was water, apple juice, some lemonade mix. I could drink soda, but I couldn't drink, what's in this mighty cup over here, which is Pepsi. So, couldn't drink Pepsi because it has to be clear, so I could have went out and got some Sprite or ginger ale, which I didn't do, and I should have, but, I live and I learn, but it is what it is. And, long story short, I kind of regretted not getting that, but, so, but anything, I was drinking apple juice and on and off with Gatorade. I can drink Gatorade, but not red Gatorade. I couldn't eat anything with red or purple food coloring, like Jell-O, anything like that. Couldn't eat pudding. I had pudding, but I couldn't eat it because it's dairy, which sucks. Couldn't have dairy food. So, but like I said, I started the prep at 5 o'clock, took the laxatives, and then around 5:30, I started drinking all that gook. It was like this much. Like a lot. It was like 3-4 liters of this gook. But thankfully, they gave me some like lemon flavored stuff. So put that in, shook it up, put it in my fridge the night before, and then I started drinking that. An hour later, like 6:30, I started feeling the effects of it. Started shitting my brains out. I'm sorry I'm getting TMI, but started doing that, and then I threw up. Like, violently threw up like 5 times. It was not fun. And I went all through that. And, I'm on Issa's freaking live stream, in and out of the chat, and I had to get up and down every 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. I did see Raw in its entirety, but not fun getting up and down and missing half of it, so I had to watch some of it on DVR, and I go back and go, that. So after that, I was still going to the bathroom a lot, and then I was getting really tired, so I was like, you know what, let me try to go to sleep. Nope, couldn't go to sleep, because I tried to go to sleep, and I was hyperventilating a little bit. I started feeling, lethargic and dehydrated. I couldn't drink anything after midnight because it's the day before the fucking test. And I'm in bed. I'm freaking basically dying. My head is exploding. I couldn't take a freaking pill, and I wanted to cheat. But then again, I was like, well, if I do that, I might run the risk of fucking this whole thing up, and I have to schedule another one. I'm like, not gonna do that. So, but like from like midnight to like 5 a.m. I was a wreck. And then finally I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to take a shower. And I took a shower, and then I put a little bit of blue gel on my head because it cools down my head. Well, I try to, but then I just like zonked out at 5 o'clock in the morning. So my test wasn't until 11 o'clock. So finally I went back to sleep, and then my alarm goes off like 8:30 in the morning, and then I had to get, Rosa and my dad took me to the fucking place. I get in, I got there at like 10:35, and then I waited till about 12. They took me at 12. I had to go there, go in the room and change and everything. And then they put me on the bed and everything. And then they took my blood pressure, took my blood, and then put me on my side. And then they were waiting for me to go to sleep. I was like, well, dude, you didn't put the anesthesia in me yet. So he's like, oh, great. Put the anesthesia on me, and I felt it right away. Gone. I was like I got shot in the head. Done. You know? But all in all, I woke up, and it was like right before, it was like about a quarter to 1. I get up, they take me, they wheel me to, they took me to another room, and they said, okay, you can go home now. But first you gotta talk to the doctor. So I got dressed and everything, then I went into the exam room to talk to the doctor. So I had to wait for the doctor, and I had to wait for Rosa, who had to escort me, to come up. So she came up, we talked to the doctor. Long story short, they found a polyp in my colon, a very small one, and got that out of the way. I hate to say this, but I have hemorrhoids in my butt. Grade 1 hemorrhoids, whatever. And I have diverticulosis in my large intestine. But really, all in all, I said this, and I admitted to some of this as well, that I have fatty liver disease. So I'm not dying or anything. I know people want me to die. I'm not dying yet, my friends. Not for a very long time. Very long time. It ain't gonna be anytime this year or anytime soon, so sorry. Well, you obsessed trolls that wanna put wanna fight me and everything. No. Words. That's all it is. But in any case, yeah, so I get discharged and I have to go back in 2 weeks for a follow-up, but I have to go on a fiber diet now. So all that good stuff I like to eat, like pizza and chicken parmesan, all that good stuff. Gotta cut that out for a while. I gotta get some Raisin Bran cereal. I can have chicken nuggets, but like chicken tenders, not so much. I gotta limit it a little bit. The pizza intake, gotta limit it. So I can have grilled chicken, but I can't have fried chicken, which I like. But so I can have pasta, peanut butter sandwiches, stuff like that. I can have a hamburger here and there. It's not fried. I mean, you're just cooking it. Hot dogs, occasionally hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that. But so pizza is kind of a no-go. Maybe once or twice a month. Not so much, So kind of have to limit my junk food intake. So, but other than that, everything went well. I survived. So I ain't dead red yet, Rock. Ain't hit no bell. So it was an adventure the last couple days, my friends, and I didn't eat since pretty much late Sunday night. So it was basically almost a day and a half. I didn't eat at all. And then after I got out, I went to Subway, got me a nice grilled chicken sandwich with a little bit of cheddar cheese on it, some lettuce, because I gotta start kind of getting into the vegetable department, which I'm not a big vegetable eater. I'm a kind of a carnivore. I do eat like corn. Basically, that's all the vegetable I eat is corn. And I'll have a little lettuce, a little salad every once in a while, but now I really gotta get my act together and fucking start eating a little bit of lettuce once in a while. Maybe some peas and carrots and not fun when you were like a junk food junkie. But yeah, so that's the way it is. I already made a goal for myself this year to get better mentally and physically. So I'm gonna, I'm starting now the journey to get better physically, and we'll see what happens in the next 6 months. That's pretty much it. Thankfully, I don't have to go for a colonoscopy for 3 more years. So probably around this time, 2027. Or somewhere in 2027, I'm going to have to go do all this shit again. Not fun at all. It's not fun. Trust me, when you do it, you're gonna like remember what I said. It's not fun. You gotta drink that crap, and you can't eat. Can't eat. All you gotta, I mean, you could eat. It's gotta be broth or Jello. Like I would get like orange Jello, or well, I don't know about orange because it has red in it, but because orange is red and yellow, so I would probably just get the green one or the lemon lime one. So really, I would get the lime, the green one. Get green if you want to get Jello. So and get like a big pack of it because you're gonna be hungry all day. But be in moderation. But it is what it is. All right, enough about that. All right, but I'm done with it, and now I can focus on the rest of the year and focus on my mental health and now my physical health. So we'll see what happens in 2 weeks. I don't know what. I think I have to get my pathology results in 2 weeks. I don't even know what that is, but I think it's the blood test. Because I got the blood, so I gotta wait maybe till for 2 weeks to find that out, and then they're probably gonna check my levels again in my liver. So that's that, and then probably the rest of most of this year, I'm gonna have to go back and forth see my gastroenterologist and my medical doctor, my therapist, and everything. But the way it is, my friends. And that's it. But I go back to work tomorrow, late. I have my own schedule, so I'm going out like early in the afternoon, so. In the late afternoon, but I'll be home before Dynamite starts. But so I got that. I basically got a 3 day, really 4 day week. So 3 days, and that's that. Have something important on the weekend. I'm thinking about going to. I'm not sure if it's gonna even happen. I have to find out from the big boss what's going on for the weekend. And then Sunday, I'm basically. Well, Saturday night, I'm going to be watching the Rumble with the missus and some friends. And Sunday, it's Sunday, Championship Sunday, my friends. The 49ers! Going to be a tough game with the Detroit Kittens, the Lions. I don't know if we're going to have Debo. Debo hurt his shoulder, and I don't know if he's going to be playing. They're saying it's 50-50 right now. A lot of Niner fans are very scared because we could, when we don't have Debo, we suck. Well, we won last week without Debo. It was basically almost a miracle that we won that game. Still, we got a lot of weapons. So and the Lions pass defense sucks so bad. They give up 345 yards. Of passing. So all we gotta do is just go do that. Kyle's gonna formulate hopefully a good plan, and Brock's gonna throw 5 touchdowns. Throw Jennings and Ayuk and Kittle maybe, and who knows who else? McCaffrey goes amok with the run game hopefully, and Brock doesn't fuck up. Didn't have a great game last week, but still got us the win with that big drive. 2 big plays, Ayuk and Jennings, that leaping catch. I don't know how he caught that in traffic. It was this much. And he jumped and caught it and came down. It was, so good. That's what champions do, my friends. So, we got Otako's, ready for Sunday with his team against the Chiefs, Mahomes and company. I don't know. I'm hoping Mahomes can do it. I don't think he's going to. So I'm thinking, I pretty much think, you know how the NFL is supposedly rigged. I think we're going to get a rematch of Super Bowl 46. So me and Otaku are going to go to war in 2 weeks. But in friendly, not friendly wager. We're not going to bet or anything, but yeah, me and him will have a little discussion. I wish him luck. I wish his team luck. maybe I'll wish my team luck. I don't know. I mean, hey, if he wins, I mean, congrats to you. I'll give him some congrats, but, it is what it is. It's going to be another heartbreaking year. We get to the Super Bowl and can't get number 6. But I don't know. I mean, people saying that the Niners can't even match up with the Ravens because the Ravens got a great defense, and they do. They really do. But we'll see what happens with that after this Sunday, and then after that we're on the road to the Super Bowl. And what's funny is next Sunday is the NXT Vengeance Day, and then the week after that, which is basically Valentine's Day weekend-ish, got the Super Bowl. Then after that, a couple weeks after that, got the Elimination Chamber. Pitches and catches will start for baseball. And then we get into March. Spring training will start for the Mets and the Skankies. Hockey will be winding down another month or so after that. Basketball, the same thing. And at the end of March, I think it's around March 28th, somewhere around there. Baseball will be back for the 2024 season. Not looking forward to it for the Met, if you're a Met fan. I mean, it's Alonso's contract year. I thought he was a free agent this year, but it's not. He's got one more year. This is the last year of his contract. So hopefully it doesn't affect him, this season. And he can have a great season like he had last season. Maybe around 40, 50 home runs. Don't think the Mets are going to go anywhere this year, but I mean, the pitching staff looks like shit. They're talking about, getting a flamethrower from the Houston assholes. But I think he's a relief pitcher, so I don't think he's a starting pitcher. I don't even know what his name is. Sankey, whatever his name is. I don't know. But, yeah, Mets starting pitching looks like garbage. Behind Senga, it's garbage. The bullpen looks okay-ish. Starting the lineup. We don't even have a big bat. We don't have a really have a DH. I mean, Marte's back. He's actually hitting now. But, he's so injury prone. I worry. I mean, the only, I think, big signing that we got was Bader from the Yankees to play center field. He's a good hitter, but other than that, the lineup looks weak. This whole team looks weak. I think really the Mets and Stevie Cohen and David Stearns, that idiot GM we have. Yeah, he's an idiot, Met fans. But Mets are looking forward to 2025, so, and the offseason where we have to re-sign Alonso, maybe get Juan Soto, because he's going to be a rental for the Yankees and probably do bad. And, it's pretty much the offseason is going to be the Juan Soto sweepstakes again. Where does he go? Does he stay with the Yankees? Does he come to the Mets? Does he go somewhere else? I don't know. I'd like to have him. He can play right field, get rid of Marte. Or he just, it has to be play right field. And then what do you do for DH? You put him as a DH here and there. But so we'll see what happens with that, with the Mets. And that's it. The Rangers play tonight. They're on their West Coast trip. Not so good, Al. We beat Anaheim the night before. They got destroyed by the Vegas. I think they played Vegas. They got destroyed. They played San Jose tonight. San Jose sucks. And they lost in overtime. So they got a point. A measly fucking point. So as I predicted, the Rangers usually around this time go into their swoon. And they were like the best team in the league a couple months ago. Now they're like in the middle of the road right now. They're still like in the top 5 at least in the Eastern Conference, but gotta start winning. And really, I mean, Jonathan Quick, you fucking suck. You have a good game here and there, but everything else, Igor stands on its head half the time. Plays a great game, and then, it's Igor. Not like the great Henrik Lundqvist. But I think the Rangers will get to the playoffs again. As how far they go, who knows? If they can get back to what they were doing in November, December, they're gonna be unstoppable. I mean, they got a great, they got a great team. Trocheck and Breadman, Panarin, Mika and Kreiderman does what other Kreidermans do, and all that other shit. But I mean, we'll see what happens with the Rangers. The All-Star game's coming up pretty soon for basketball and hockey. I think it's next weekend, actually. So, I'm at the halfway point for hockey. And pretty soon, the Boys of Summer. If you follow Don Henley, after the Boys of Summer have come. Yeah. So, Don Henley will be singing Boys of Summer in about 2 weeks from now. The pitchers and catchers start, and then at the end of this month, at the end of February, I think February 27th, actually, which is a certain birthday for a very good person I know, spring training games will be starting. Not that we care, but see how that goes. And then by Easter, we'll be watching baseball while we eat. What are you doing on Easter? I'm going to have a good old Easter meal, and we're going to watch the Mets on ESPN. I got that. Anyway, enough about sports. Check out my last video I did earlier tonight about Monday Night Raw going to Netflix in January of 2025. So by this time next year, we'll be talking about Raw on Netflix. Nobody's gonna watch. I can only imagine what there's no ratings, so the ratings are gonna be gone for Raw. I don't know about that, but NXT will be on Channel 11. SmackDown will still be on the USA Network, so USA will still have wrestling on, but just on, I think, Thursday, most likely Friday nights. And those ratings are going to go way down. Way down. So, pretty much, Tony Khan is just like sitting back like, no Warner Brothers Discovery deal for you there, Triple H. But it kind of works out for WWE. They're making $800 million in TV and now subscription sales. Because everybody now is going to get Netflix and pay $15 a month. Well, if you get it for a year, it's about around $300, I think, for the year. Somewhere around there. I could be wrong in my math, but if you want to do that, do it. But if you want to pay $15 for the year, you want to pay $15 a month, do that too, and you can watch Monday Night Raw, and we can't watch, Netflix and chill. You can watch Netflix and wrestle, which is kind of the same thing if you, like to wrestle that way, but, like to smack it down on that ass, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we got that. The Rock, Dwayne, is now a part of TKO, which, kind of own, the affiliate of WWE and everything. So he's like a director, or he's part of the TKO group now. How fitting. How fitting he does that on the same day that his daughter, Simone Johnson, Ava Raine, becomes the youngest general manager in WWE history. At 22, she's now the GM of NXT. How does that work? Nepotism. That's what it is. The Rock comes back. He says, I'm going to be the head of the table. And probably have, one of the great, or maybe the greatest WrestleMania match in God knows how long. If it even happens. I mean, we'll have to see what happens on Saturday if that schmuck even shows up in Tampa Bay. I hope not. But I still think Punk's going to win the Rumble. Cody's going to win the Chamber. So it might have a triple threat match, which will be ridiculously dumb. I don't know. Depends on Seth Rollins, really. I mean, Seth Rollins said on last night on Raw that he doesn't give a shit what the doctors say. He's going to be at WrestleMania to face probably Punk. I don't know how it's going to work between now and April 6th and 7th. I think, Hunter got like plan B, C, D, E, F, G. With the world title and what Roman's doing. I still think they're going to, if they don't do Roman versus The Rock at Mania, why? They do The Rock. If they do Cody Roman 2, that's stupid. That's stupid. It's going to be a good match, but we all know what happened last year. Cody ain't finishing that story. Nope. They all they want to do is have Cody win so he can finish the story because of 2K24. So you can finish your own story. Yeah, we can finish your story before you do. Dumbass. Fucking idiot. But God forbid Cody beats Roman. Not happening. It's not happening. Roman's going through this year. He's going to beat Hogan's record at 1,500 days. By September, he's going to go 4+ years as champ. And by this time next year, he could lose the belt or lose it at WrestleMania 41, which would be 4.5-year reign. I think he's going to lose. He might lose it at 41, not 40. I don't think he's going to lose it in Philadelphia. I know the crowd will be all hype, but everybody else will be like, "Oh, fuck, it's Cody!" But they were smart. They were do Cody and Punk, but they're not. But they really want to do Punk and Seth. And Punk's going to win at Mania, finish his story, but, keeps going. And as far as Cody goes, well, you might have to win the Chamber to get the WrestleMania, but, there's so many, leaked cards going around that say Cody's going to face Randy Orton, and then again, Randy Orton might face John Cena. Why? Why? We have to see another Cena-Orton match, and Cena said he wants to retire by the time he's 50, which he's getting close to. So he just wants to go out and put people over. So yeah, get a Gilmore cutter there, Cena, and go bye-bye at WrestleMania. I really hope they don't do Cena-Orton. I hope not. Because then you're going to have to turn Orton heel. Which would be good, but you can still turn Randy heel at the Chamber and have him cost Cody the chance to go to WrestleMania. Then you do Randy and Cody. Sells tickets. Cody won't finish his story. We have Rock and Roman for the belt, which really doesn't need the belt. They should just do tribal combat. They'll probably still put the belt up for a ridiculous reason. So, The Rock, can come back and beat Roman to end the streak, and he's like a transitional champion. Roman will get it back at Payback. I'm like, why? I just don't think that Roman's losing the title at Mania. I just don't think so. Because there were reports saying that he's going to lose it next year. I'm going to, you take those things with a grain of salt. Because anything can happen in WWE and everything can change in an instant. But, see what happens. Alright, enough about that. I wasted 35 minutes with that talk. Alright, so really quickly, I want to get into the video at hand. As the title below says, it is time for your getting close to late night NXT review for January the 23rd, 2024. And you're watching this on January the 24th, 2024. And by the way, my name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling. And if you like it, good. You know, go fuck yourself. Get out of here. But please, subscribe. For all you real people out there, subscribe. And if you're fake and you subscribe to me anyway, thank you for your support, asshole. Alright, so NXT tonight, the so-called go-home show. Before some NXT stars will be in the the men and women's Royal Rumble. So, I don't know why they said it's a go-home show. I mean, next Tuesday is the official go-home show before next Sunday's Vengeance Day from Clarksville, Tennessee. Yeah. Why would you have a pay-per-view in a freaking hit town like freaking Clarksville, Tennessee? What's so good about Clarksville, Tennessee? At least it's at least Tampa Bay is better than that, but still, they're playing at Tropicana Field, which is the worst fucking stadium next to that construction site in the Bronx. Right, Yankee fans? You know it is. But we got that. Alright. So, I know a lot of people are going to Tampa as of now, actually. I know Issa's going there right now, actually. So, safe flight to Issa. I hope she has fun there. Maybe you might see her at the media scrum. Maybe, Papa H will give her a wink nod. Not that they need to sign her. I mean, they should, but they should sign her to be Roman's every time we see Roman, we see, how we see Caleb Braxton every time, she's there, with Heyman, she's like there to stalk him. Issa could be there to stalk Roman. Somebody will have to throw a fire hose at her. But they should sign her. They should sign me too. Because Kevin Patrick, me love, bye-bye, so long, farewell, you're out of here after the Rumble. Well, pretty much, I don't know if he's going to do commentary on Friday, because pretty much they said he's not going to be at the Rumble to do commentary, so he's gone. Now, who do you bring up? Mamma Mia! That's who you bring up. Mauro Ranallo. Call him up, Hunter. I know him and Corey Graves might not see eye to eye, but, Corey, you need to let bygones be bygones and work with the guy professionally. You might still hate the guy, but don't bully him and, God forbid, he has his depression and anxiety issues. But I would really either call up Vic Joseph or call up Mauro Ranallo. I mean, who else are you going to get? Byron Saxton? Fuck that. Byron Saxton and Corey Graves on commentary. Was this NXT? Like a few years ago? Come on now, with Tom Phillips? They should call him Tom Phillips, but he's working in TNA right now. And TNA, I watched it. It was good. It was good. I was like, wow. I'm going to start watching TNA now. So I might be doing a TNA review this week. I know I got to fit it in with my other reviews coming up the rest of this week. But TNA reviews are coming back to this channel pretty damn soon. But I liked the first episode. Pretty good. 112,000 people saw it, though. Because it's on Access. And they're actually talking about going on a major network pretty soon. Don't know when, but they're thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, go to FX. There you go. You want a major network? Go to FX. I know cable TV is pretty much disintegrating, with Raw going to Netflix and NXT going to CW11, which is network TV, and SmackDown is going to the USA Network for I don't know how many years, but I think SmackDown might be on Netflix pretty soon. That too. But to see what happens with that, as far as AEW goes, I think this is the last year of their contract with TBS, and I think TNT, so I don't know if they're going to renew, and where they may go in 2025. But if I was Scott D'Amore and Anthem Sports. I'm like, hey, we got FX. Let's look at FX. But then again, they could go on a streaming site where, I don't know. Maybe, I would think if they went to a streaming site, probably go to Amazon or Hulu. I mean, everybody probably has Amazon and Hulu. I get it for free, so I'm good. I'm pretty much good with Amazon and Hulu. They could go to Disney Plus. I get that too. But I gotta pay a month, because it's, Rosa shares it with her, with my stepdaughter and everything, but that's why I watch so much Mandalorian. and all the, I watched, Loki. Loki Season 2 I think has been out now. Pretty damn good. Season 1 was good. Season 2 is even better. Tom Hiddleston is probably one of the greatest actors of all time. But I digress. But still, was some good fucking shit. But yeah, if they want to stay on TV, I would go, if I was Scott D'Amore and TNA, go to FX. Or maybe if ESPN does it. Because I don't think, why would, imagine they go on the USA Network. How many more people they might get? Not many more, but I mean, it's going to be kind of interesting for, TV and streaming services this year and going into next year. But because, cable TV, kind of disintegrating into everything's on freaking streaming services now. So, I mean, Dish TV will be gone. So, I pay like $82 for cable a month. I could probably cut that in half and just either get a Fire Stick if I have to. If cable TV was gone, I mean, they just still have the channels like C-SPAN and Fox News and CNN and the Weather Channel and all the really boring channels you get, except for like MTV or whatever. But in any case, pretty much, cable providers, will be pretty much extinct. Like Optimum and Comcast and Verizon. They'll pretty much be history in like 5, 10, 15 years from now, maybe. Everything will be on freaking streaming sites like Paramount and Max and Netflix and whatever it may be. So, you might have to, you don't have to shell out a lot, but if you want to watch your favorite programs, you're going to have to shell out a lot. A month, depending on what you want. So if I want to watch Raw, I have to get Netflix. If SmackDown goes on Netflix, NXT could stay on Channel 11. That's a network. I could just pay the TV bill. I could just get basic cable. Well, not even basic cable, basic network TV. I just get the local channels. But we'll have to see what happens with that when we move on with it. But, just stay tuned because a lot of good stuff coming away. Especially the end of this year. October is when NXT goes to Channel 11. SmackDown would be going to the USA Network. And we'll see what happens with AEW. Maybe what happens with TNA later this year. Maybe, like I said, maybe if they want to go to a major network, they go to FX. Well, maybe ABC. Who knows? But we'll see. Alright, let's get to NXT and your NXT review for tonight. Early tonight. So, it was a pretty meh show. And as always, we are emanating from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team, the man with the creepy jacket and a lot of candy. Where do you get that candy from, dude? And I bet you give it out to the kids in the audience, you creepy bastard. That's Vic Joseph. And the man who smokes more weed than you do, and that's a fact, the two-time Hall of Famer, Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah, man! I like it! Oh yeah! Black Snow! Okay, calm down. I'm gonna calm him down. So, we'll see what happens with that. Alright. So, really the main points of tonight was the semifinals in the Dusty Rhodes American Dream, baby. I like the bacon, baby. We had that with Baron Storm Corbin and Braun Breaker, the War Dogs, or whatever they call themselves now, Team Asshole, taking on Ben Frazier and Axiom. We have the other semifinal next week. That is the LWO, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza taking on Trick and Mello to see who goes to Vengeance Day. So that's next week. We also had a contract signing, and you know how contract signings are, between the lassie from Ireland, Lila Valkyria, taking on Roxy. So we got that. That was our final segment. And a few other things sprinkled in, but still, kind of meh show. So anyway, we start off with a recap of Roxy winning the number one contenders match last week in that Battle Royal that then became a Fatal 4-Way. So she beat Kaylani Jordan, Fallon Henley, and I think was it Kiana James in that 4-Way. So she becomes the number one contender to Lyra Valkyria's title at Vengeance Day. So we're going to have the contract signing later on. So we get that. And then we open up NXT properly, with our very first match of the night. The first semifinal match in the Dusty Rhodes American Dream, baby. Tag Team Classic. And we had Ben Frazier and Axiom, or A-Kid, taking on Team Asshole, Baron Storm Corbin, and Braun Breaker. This match was pretty damn wild. Not Joaquin Wild, but wild. Not Taylor Wild either, so. But wild, or as our good friend, the man up there, Justin Pugh, Mr. Jay Briscoe, we for the sky, boy. It was crazy as shit. Or as we now say, crazy as Wheeler Yuta. But he's not crazy, but when you want to go take a number 2, you don't say you're gonna go take a dump. You say, I'm gonna go take a Wheeler Yuta. Because Wheeler Yuta sucks, and he's pretty much the drizzling shits. But it is what it is. Alright. So, right before the bell, A-Kid and Ben Frazier beat the crap out of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. Sent him to the outside for Stereo Flippy Dippity News. Look at that. Then some dropkicks against the barricade for added measure. Then we finally start the match. They ring the bell! Like Dario Cueto would say. Whatever happened to that guy? I think he was in MLW. I don't know where he is now, but he should come back. He'll be fun. He'll be real fun in any promotion, really. It'll be WWE, NXT, AEW, Impact, TNA, Ring of Honor, not so much Ring of Honor, but New Japan, definitely Mexico. I come back and bring back my blood of Matanza Cueto. Jeff Cobb. Maybe we'll see, maybe we'll see him at an indie show. Coming to a state near you, Mr. Dario Cueto. He'll just cut a promo, then out of nowhere you go, ring the bell! Bring back Lucha Underground. Oh, wait, you can't. You can't, because you can't. I mean, you probably could, but not the Lucha Underground we knew and love from 2013, I think, to 2015. I think it was the last season, was season 4. On the El Rey Network, which is now extinct. That sucks. I kind of like that network, but now it's gone. Either that, it's gone. I think it did, fade away and basically became obsolete. It was deleted. What's that? Alright, so they get in the ring, the bell rings, Corbin gets caught with a missile dropkick for a near fall, and then Ben Frazier grabs an armbar on Baron Storm Corbin. It's the Taylor Jack Sparrow! But Cobra comes right back with a big boot to face. So then AK comes in. Cobra gets knocked to the outside. AK tries a Hurricane Rana. Gets powerbombed onto the announcer's table. And it didn't break. I am the table! Ow! And then, fans are like, holy shit, and they bleeping it. For like a good 2-3 minutes, you heard nothing. But in between, some of the fans, you could hear, holy shit, you fucked up. Somebody forgot to hit the 7-second delay. But anyway, alright. And then Braun Breaker starts beating on him as we go inside the ring. We go to picture-in-picture. And then we come back. Corbin comes in for a belly-to-back suplex. And then Breaker comes in and is like, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. He hits another belly-to-back suplex. But he tosses A-Kid over his shoulder and pulls him into a Gilmore Kata! Bang! Really now? Really now? Braun Breaker, of all people, stealing one of my moves. You son of a bitch! I'd like my $200, please. In cold hard cash. Hunter? I'm gonna DM Hunter later. Probably not now, but maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna tell him, can you tell people to stop stealing the Gilmore Cutter? Especially Randy! But I'm gonna have to start charging people for stealing my move. I could make millions. Imagine. I mean, I could. I mean, hell, if I gave my boy Roger Mendez my version of the Gilmore Cutter, I mean, come on now. What's up, Raj? How you doing? Good friend of mine. But I digress. In any case, so that's kind of new and inventive. That's how I'd done it before. He grabbed him like a German super. No, well, you know how you hit a belly to back, but you just throw. You pick him up, throw him over the shoulder, boom. I'm like, damn. But the crowd's like, oh shit. I'm like, I would have said, you know what I would have done if I was in the crowd? I was like, he stole it! You son of a bitch! I would have got up and like, damn you, Braun! Damn you! Bastard! Not that I'll ever meet Braun Breaker anytime soon, but if I do, I'm gonna mention that. It's like, remember when you hit that move on Axiom when you put him in a belly-to-back suplex, threw him over your shoulder, hit a diamond collar? You stole it from me. You wrestled? Do I wrestle? Many moons ago. I'm retired now. But I can I can be like Hogan. I got one more left in me, brother. Right, nowadays, probably not. With my health the way it is. Forget it. I mean, I can still do the moves and everything, but I have to be safe. Can't do the hardcore stuff anymore. Maybe once in a while I'll come out of retirement and do a death match and shit like that, but in Japan, #1 forever! You know, I'm an 18-time deathmatch champion in Japan. They love me there. You know why. Mr. Gilmore, we love you long time. We suck your dick. Then we have sushi. No. Alright, calm down. Ladies, calm down. I mean, seriously, Asuka, Kairi, Io. Stop! Calm down, ladies. Calm down. I'll be in the bedroom in a little bit. I mean, stop it now. I mean, man, fuck. And you thought, I don't discriminate, but you thought Puerto Rican chicks suck your dick good? Asian chicks can really go to town on your cock. I mean, really go to town. You won't wake up. And I mean, you'll wake up good, but, not, you mean. We move on. Alright. But in any case, alright, so that happens, and then, A-Kid gets right back up, brings in Ben Frazier. I don't know how he, got out of that, after getting that, he gets the hot tag to Ben Frazier. And then he sends, both of the heels to the floor. Then he hits a big flippy dippity doo. Go back in, and we get frog splashes back to back, but not like Eddie Guerrero this here. Latino he's. How you doing, Eddie? Oh, Mr. Joseph, how you doing, mate? I'm doing pretty damn good. I know I had a thing put up my butt. That's not fun. Oh, I know. It happens. I know it happens. But at least you're here talking to me, I say. I know. I love talking to you, Eddie. Anyway, I can't talk to you alone because I gotta go. Oh, you have a great show, ese pero. And remember, Eddie Guerrero is number one. Okay, I know. You're a better dad than Ray. Ah, fuck that pendejo. Okay, calm down. But thank you. Satire, my friends. Satire. If you don't know what satire and doing great impressions is, then you try to do it. I dare you. I dare any one of you motherfuckers watching me right now, or watching this video, I dare you. I challenge and dare you to do better impressions than me. You can't. It's like doing rants. You can't. I don't need, and then people want to debate me about it. I'm like, I'm not going to debate you. It's like, what's the point? So you can own me? You can't. Because you think you're better than me? You're not. I don't have to debate anybody to prove that I'm a better ranter than anybody. Like, even JD. JD can have good points, and I can agree with him on some of them, but still, he's an egomaniac, he's a fucking cat diddler. That's the cat diddler, not me. But everybody thinks I am because of a freaking joke that's over 1.5 years old now. Get over it, move on. Some people can't move on. But it is what it is. And if people say, oh, you're not the best ranter, and this and that. You might want to look at my channel, how many views I get. I know it's not like JD levels, but I don't care about JD's levels. I don't give a shit about JD. You can have like 150, 60,000 subs. I could care less. He's a bum. He's a fake New Yorker. And he does really bad commentary for House of Glory. Sorry. I could do a way better job than him. Way better. And he knows it. Joe Cronin knows it too. Me and Joe on commentary would be fucking magic. Joe, I already told Joe. I shown Joe some of my commentary. He loved it. I mean, hey, if WWE's looking for a commentary team, Hunter, Nick Khan, man, sign me up. Just hit me up with a DM. I'm ready. I'm ready to go, man. I'll be on a plane tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but someone's gonna clean the house and take care of the house and my bills and everything. I have to put a stop to him. It's like, hey, I'm moving. Like, where you going? I have to move to another state. I'll just do NXT. I don't give a shit. I don't want to really be on the road 300 days a year, and I can't. Where am I going to live? In hotels? For like half my time, and then when I actually get some time off, which is around Christmas, I have to come home to Casa del Joseph, and see how the house is, and then put back on my cable, just for 2 weeks. Like, come on. I'd rather just move all my stuff to Florida, rent an apartment or somewhere like the South. It'd probably be Florida. I could live in Orlando, right by the Performance Center. I'll just do NXT. I don't give a shit. I mean, I would do SmackDown with, Corey Graves. I have to listen to Corey Graves' bullshit all the time, but I'll do it for the sake of me doing it, getting great money. You're just gonna have to keep me away from, some of the women's roster, especially Asuka, Io, and Kairi. Me and Bayley would have a great time talking about the Niners. Hey, Bayley, give me a hug. Okay, yeah, I'll give you a hug, Pam. Bayley. Let's talk about the Niners all year. And how great they are. Maybe she'll invite me to the Niner games. That'd be fun. Me and Bayley sitting in the stands or on the field. On the field would be great. Talking to George Kittle and Brock Purdy and Debo. And Bosa and company. Holy shit, I would have a field day. Freaking watching the Niners kick ass. And then, have Bayley next to me. Pfft. We're going out! No, I'm not going out. I mean, she does got a badunka-bunk, trunk and I mean, I'd bang Bayley. I don't know about bang and pass, but maybe bang and see what happens. But, but really, I freaking just have to keep away from Asuka, Kairi, and Io because I'd just be like all over them. They might have to get a restraining order on me for that, but no. They wouldn't. I would just, Kala-chan, Kairi-san, Io-san, beach. What? They might call me Io might call me a bitch, And then Asuka will call me Baka. I'm like, what did I do? Kyrie just there. Kyrie probably hit me with the insane elbow on my dick. But that wouldn't be a bad thing. But I digress. Anyway. Alright, so Ben Frazier comes in, hits some big flippy dippity doos. They both hit frog splices for a near fall. And then Braun Breaker picks up A-Kid and power bombs him on top of Ben Frazier. Ow! That hurt. And then Corbin comes in, hits deep 6. And then, and then picks up Axiom, hits a bling buster for a near fall on A-Kid. Then a toss power bomb, something you don't see every day. Another near fall on A-Kid as Ben Frazier made the save. And then A-Kid hits a super Spanish fly into a Phoenix splash by Ben Frazier. They almost won the match as Corbin Bailey made a save. They get back up and Braun hits one mean fucking spear. I mean, he doesn't do it as great as Roman, but damn, that's effective. But, I mean, God forbid, Braun hits one of those spears on Roman would be done. I said it many moons ago. Braun Breaker comes to the roster and goes on SmackDown. Him and Roman will have a great feud. I think Braun could possibly beat Roman. Possibly. And so it's going to happen, but possibly. He could be the one to do it. To break the streak. Roman's having a freaking Undertaker-like streak. When he went 29-0 and finally he lost to freaking Brock Lesnar. Who he basically handpicked to beat him. It could have been Punk, at 29, but thankfully it wasn't. But still, Roman's having a freaking Undertaker-like streak right now. He just can't be beat right now. And he won't be beat for probably the rest of this year. But we'll see. We'll see. I still think he's going to break Hogan's record. And Hogan's like I said, he was on Raw last night because it was the 40th, I think it was today or tomorrow is the 40th anniversary of Hulkamania. When Hulkamania was born at Madison Square Garden. before WrestleMania. And yes, I was at that match. Not sure I wasn't. I wasn't. I didn't like go to that match. I was at WrestleMania 1, but I wasn't there before Hogan won the belt from the Iron Sheik Baba, the great Iron Sheik Baba. Fuck Hogan in the ass and make him humble. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, match of Hogan running the Rumble, goes on Mania, and faces, or not even Mania, like, if they did Roman versus Hogan, in Hogan's final match, Roman will crucify him. I mean, literally put him in the dirt. Hogan could be, he's like, I got one more left in me, brother. Yeah, it'll be your final one, because your body will be shattered after Roman gets done with you. Everybody wants that at SummerSlam. I'm like, why? Really? Hogan Roman at SummerSlam. Just for shits and giggles. I'm like, yeah, Hogan will, Hulk up, brother, and then hit the leg drop, and Roman will kick out at 1. Get back up, Superman punch right in the face, then, spear him half to death. Well, pretty much to his death. 1, 2, 3. Roman wouldn't even need fucking the Bloodline. He wouldn't need Jimmy or Solo. He'd do it by himself, which he's probably going to be doing pretty soon. Because Roman's going to be a man on his own island, with the Wise Man. Unless, if Trinity's coming back, I wouldn't be surprised if Trinity joins up with her husband, Jimmy, and is the first woman of the Bloodline. And then maybe they get Jacob Fatu from MLW to come in and be like a second coming of a second enforcer like Solo is, but at least less jobbery. I wouldn't bring Jacob Fatu in and just annihilate people every fucking week. I'm like, kind of like what Solo did early, and then he went to NXT, won the North American title, and then dropped it. He was such a monster, and now Solo's just like a fucking jobber. It's sad. And eventually, Roman kind of he's kind of scared a little bit of Solo, but I think we might eventually get Roman versus Solo, maybe by sometime this year. But Roman would smash him, easy. Roman ain't scared of Solo, he's not. Solo can hit the spike on Roman, and Heyman's like, oh my god! But Roman will get right back up, smash him at Night of Champions or SummerSlam, or Bash in Berlin, or whatever. You don't need Solo. You don't need him. Solo does good things every once in a while, but when he says I'm going to fix things, yeah, he'll knock out AJ and Eli Drake and then lose to Randy Orton. And he's going to be in the Rumble. I'd like for him to win. Imagine that, but I don't think he's not going to win. Obviously, he's not. It's going to be kind of interesting what the Final Four is going to be. I think it's going to be Cody, Punk, Drew, maybe Walter. That's what I think the Final Four is going to be. And I think at the end, at the Final Two, I think the Final Two is going to be Cody and Punk. And then we might get, a Lex Luger, Bret Hart situation where both men win. I hope not. And then the Elimination Chamber was like, what the fuck's going to happen here? I mean, they could probably do that. Go to the Chamber, and Punk and Cody are in the Chamber together. And Punk wins the Chamber match to go on, and what does Cody do? Nothing! Go fuck himself! That's what I would mark out for that, but we get that. Alright, let's finish the match. Alright, so we got Axiom with a super Spanish fly into Ben Frazier's Phoenix Splash for a near fall as Corbin made the save. And, like I said, they get back up. Braun hits one mean spear, cut Ben Frazier in half. 1, 2, 3, in 12 minutes, Team Asshole get the win. They go to the finals, and they will either meet the LWO or Trick and Mello for the Dusty Cup. And then right after that, the Women's Dusty Cup begins, and that's going to end at Stand and Deliver on April the 6th. In the daytime. Right? Hours before WrestleMania starts, night 1. So that's going to be a lot of wrestling to watch on Saturday. That's Saturday. I mean, Collision's going to be on, but who's going to watch Collision? Nobody's watching Collision. I think Collision might do its worst rating ever. Like 200,000 people will watch. They'll probably be watching it Sunday morning. That's a definite, because after WrestleMania Night 1 goes off the air like at least by 12 o'clock, you're going to be watching the media scrum for Night 1 till like 1 o'clock, 1:30 at least. And then do your review for WrestleMania Night 1. And then, you go to bed, you get up Sunday morning, April the 7th, and, you might watch Collision, you might watch Supercard of Honor, you might watch a lot of things, who knows. Baseball will be on. And then, right around 6, 7 o'clock, you're watching WrestleMania Night 2. And then, then the media scrum, and then do your review, go to bed, you got work the next day, unless you take off, and then do all that, you got Monday Night Raw after Mania, which is going to be epic. From the Spectrum in freaking Philadelphia, and that's it. So, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so, Breakker and Corbin get the win. Match was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back where we have Josh Briggs. We see Ilya Dragunov come in. The Russian Dragon, the NXT World Champion. So he's coming in, and Josh Briggs comes in and interrupts Ilya coming into the building. And Ilya's not pleased with that. And Briggs is trying to prove himself. And then Dragunov asks, is this what you really want? You really want to fight me and get your ass kicked? And then, they get some tension. And then, whoop that trick! What? Whoop that trick! I like it! Whoop that trick! Oh yeah, man! Okay, stop, Booker T. Calm down. So Trick comes in, breaks things up. Briggs says he wants to talk to the man who will become the NXT champion after Vengeance Day. Maybe, maybe not. And Trick's like, okay. So we get a match out of that later on. So we'll see what happens with that. And I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then we go to Maddie Winkowski, my girl Maddie Winkowski, now known as Ren Sinclair. Not Todd Sinclair, but Ren Sinclair. Kind of nervous about her debut match against Lash Legend. But then Fallon, Don't Call Me to the Don Henley comes in and calms her down. Maddie's like, I don't have any friends here, I'm new. I'll be your friend. You got a friend in me. Alright, we'll see what happens with her coming up next. But before we get to that, we go to the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels' office. We're outside his office. The door opens, and then the lovely Ava Raine comes out. Looking hot as always. And then we hear somebody that I think we all know and love. We hear his voice. I'm like, wait a minute, is that who I think it is? And yes, it is. We see the return of Regal! Regal! War Games! Mr. William Regal comes back. Everybody marked the hell out. So he's back. Back on TV because he came back to WWE, but he couldn't be back on TV for some reason for a year. That sucked. But he's back, and it's coming up in November. War Games! Oh man, I want him to say it so bad. So bad when we get to around Thanksgiving time this year. I want Regal on TV on Raw and SmackDown saying, War Games! Please, Hunter. Please. We missed it for a year. So anyway, Ava is kind of excited that Regal's back, and Mr. Regal congratulates her on now becoming the youngest general manager in WWE history and NXT history too. So Ava's like, I'm grateful for the opportunity. You can thank your dad for that. Regal's like, I'm always, I miss this place, but I'm always here for advice. And, you gotta make some split-second decisions. You gotta make the right decision, so don't let me down. And he was like, I won't let you down, Mr. Regal, sir. So we'll see what happens with that. And, I really would have liked Regal to come back as the GM of NXT, but looks like he's going to be the GM of NXT Europe, which is coming out later this year. So he's going to be in England most of the time. But, bring him back on NXT for an episode or so, a week or two. Or at a pay-per-view, just to, kind of, give an update, with Ava. And, Ava's going to have a really bad time there as GM. Because everybody's like, oh, fuck you! I would love if somebody say, you got the job because of your dad! Oh! Right in the fucking pussy. I'm not saying grab Ava Raine by the pussy, but come on. You say that line to her, BAM! Like Tony Storm would said, like on Dynamite last week, I'm gonna punch you right in your box! Meaning the pussy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Ava Raine, if she can be a great GM. Like all the great GMs, lady GMs we had before. But not like the great GM that we all know and love, the greatest female GM in WWE history. Well, pretty much wrestling history, and that's Stephanie McMahon. Hi, Steph! Hi, Steph! I mean, AJ Lee, that ass, was a great GM for a little bit. Not too long, but she wasn't as great as Steph, I'm sorry. But still, I mean, we'll see what happens, what Ava Raine has to do as in store for us as GM of NXT. That's that. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Great to see Regal back. But hopefully we'll get War Games. Please, sir. Alright, move on. Alright, after that, we go to our next match. Ladies action. Maddie Winkowski taking on Lash Legend of Metaphor. Get shit done. As she comes out with the Heritage Champion Noam Dar, Ora Menza, and the otherwise beautiful other Ebony Goddess, along with her. And that's Jakarta, Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Ugh. Every time I see them, I mean, ooh. Every time I see them, my dick gets hard. It makes me freaking amazed. It freaking amazes me. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so we get this match. Match was okay. It wasn't great. Back and forth match they go. Maddie got a few moves here and there. But then Jakara Jackson gets on the apron, causes a distraction. Didn't work at first, so she tries again. I'm like, why didn't the referee kick her out? Well, because she's Jakara Jackson, that's why. And then Maddie tries a roll-up, a fruit roll-up for a near fall, and then Lash choke bombs her to death. It's called a slam dunk. She dunked her very emphatically. 1, 2, 3 in just basically about 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? I did. So, Lash gets the win. Match is alright. 2.25 out of 5 stars. Excuse me. After the match, Metaphor gets the ring and they kind of surround Maddie Winkowski, but then she has a friend to save her, and that's Fallon, don't call me to the Don Henley. and you know, they both take out Lash and Jakarta Jackson. So it looks like next week we got a tag team match player. So we got a Teddy Long special next week. And we'll see what happens with that. Move on. Alright, then we go to a video from earlier in the day. It's showing something. I'm like, what is this? And then we go inside and we see Rizzo, you know, Adriana Rizzo, down. We see some broken plates. We're in Tony D's restaurant. I'm like, oh no. And Rizzo is on the floor. He got beat up by Jada Parker. And then we see, you know, the Boricua Gangsters and Reggie, you know, I think bullying, I think it was the Maitre D, or I don't know, whoever that guy was. I was like, you tell Tony D we were here. I'm like, oh, you just don't fuck up now. My cousin's gonna come out and kick your ass. But, yeah, so we get that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. But we'll see Tony D in a little bit. That's that. Alright, after that, we get a video looking back at what happened with Dijak and the creepy man himself, Joe Gacy, last week. They're going to have a match coming up next. So we got that. And then we go into the back where we see the lovely Puerto Rican hottie, Alexa Lopez. Oh, yes. Coming in and basically yelling at a stagehand. Like, where's Lola Vice? That pendeja! I'll tell you where she is. Oh, my dick. My binga. But I digress. Alright, so we got that. We'll see what happens with that situation. Because Lola Vice will be a guest on the Supernova sessions with our good friend Noam Dar. Alright, so so we got that. Then we go back to the ring for basically nothing. Because we have Dijak and Gacy basically brawling before the match even happened. Gacy goes for a chair shot and missed. And then the cyclone kick puts Gacy through the wall, you know, around where the balcony is. So, puts him through the wall. And then he, like, crawls, like, So, basically, Gacy's kind of doing a Bray Wyatt thing, or Fiend type gimmick, where he basically feels no pain. I'm thinking he's really going back to his CCW roots, when he was a... Oof. I mean, him beating the fuck out of, what's his name, I can't think of his name, I think it was not Amish Roadkill, the other guy, I can't think of his name. The guy that hangs out with, that used to hang out, well, I think he still does, with Matt fucking Tremont. That guy, you know who he is. I can't think of his name off the top of my fucking head. But he went to war with him, or Stockade. Went to war with him in CCW, and really went to war with fucking Tremont. I think it was a 1 or 2 time CCW World Champion. Then I think he lost the belt in a Cage of Death. I forget who. I think it was Nico Sozio. I forget. I don't even remember it, to be honest with you. My CCW lore is not that great, but I do remember some of the Cage of Deaths. Some of them. I was actually at one of them. Craziest night ever. Holy shit. I mean, Cage of Death, the people falling off the top of the Cage of Death through glass. I mean, having glass almost come in your face. Oof. I mean, going to a GCW show is even, you gotta watch out too, man. You could be, if you're sitting at ringside in the front row, or the first couple rows, you might get hit with glass and it won't be fun. I'll tell you that from, well, not from experience, but I almost got hit with glass. You gotta cover yourself. Like, shit! I got a thing of glass in my ass! But man, going to GCW is fucking amazing, man. I love GCW. But, I mean, it is what it is. But I only go to see, sometimes Matt Tremont's there. I mean, I only go for GCW to see Nick fucking Gage, motherfucker, MTK all fucking day. And then the occasional times that we see Makito, motherfucker! You know, a certain guy's other waifu, besides Rio. Her name is Rio, and she dances on my lap. And then when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. Good old little Rio. You gotta love Rio. You do. I'm not talking about the city, I'm talking about the wrestler. I mean, Rio de Janeiro is a great city to go to. I would love to go there. Because they have the big-ass fucking statue of Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ the Lord! I'm sorry that I cursed at you, the Lord. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. You know how they do in Brazil. They love that anal sex, man. They love it in the pooper. How do I know? Don't ask. I mean, but I watch, like, shows on HBO. They show that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, really now? I mean, they must love it doggy style. Which is always the best sex position ever. Smacking on ass. Who's your daddy? That's what Oscar, Io, and Kyrie asks me that every fucking night. Next time, not Mrs. of course. But we move on. Alright, so this match basically didn't happen. Gacy gets right back, so he gets a choke slam. He gets put through the wall, and he's like, you can't hit me, I'm fat. You know, and then Dijack's like, okay. Puts him through the announcer's table, this time it breaks. So no eye on the table. Gacy gets back up again. And then it starts choking Dijak, and referees come out now, and then security guards come out. That don't work. So basically, we don't get a match, we just get a brawl. And we'll see what happens with this. I think we're getting to that point, we're gonna get some, like, hardcore matches. And, you know, kind of, I think, advantage Gacy in this one. But I don't understand his gimmick. He's, like, raving it, he's, like kind of playing, like, off like he's Raven. Then he's kind of being like Bray Wyatt. In a weird kind of way. You know, when he was wearing the old school WWF commentator jacket last week. And then he's, like, throwing himself off the building. I'm like, what are you nuts? Pretty much. Let me get that. Alright. So, I basically gave the brawl 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens with them. I think we might get a match either next week, another hardcore match, or some type of no DQ match, or maybe at Vengeance Day we get a match. But it is what it is. And yes, I do have to shave the manly beard pretty soon. Not that soon, but it's getting there. Alright, after that, we go to the women's locker room with Juliana Grace. You know, Santino Manella's hot daughter, giving another inspirational speech to basically herself. And then Elektra Lopez comes in and still looking for Lola Vice. Still can't find her. And then, you know, she's like, oh, you must control your anger or something like that. And Lola's like, oh, fuck you. Not Lola, sorry. Elektra's like, fuck you. So she leaves in a huff, and Ariana finds that, how rude. Let me get that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then, after that, we see Brian Pillman Jr., Lexis King, walking to the ring. Says, the main event is coming soon. Not that main event. You know, he calls himself the main event now. Okay. Alright, so we get that. And then after that, we get a video from some college football field. We have Robbie E., you know, Mr. Mr. Stone, and Von Wagner. They're at the University of Central Florida, UCF, football stadium, where Von Wagner actually played college football. And he's training for the Heritage Cup with Robbie E.'s kids. And he's cursing at them. He's like, fuck yeah! I'm like, dude, they're fucking 6 years old! Like, what the hell? Robbie E., you teaching your kids curse words at 6 years old? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're not exactly the father of the year. I mean, Christian might have a talk with you, sir. By the way, how's our fathers doing this evening? Good? I hope you're good. Good. I think Christian's a way better father than Robbie E. But we'll see what happens with that. So, so next week we got a Heritage Cup match with Von Wagner and Norm Dar. God forbid they give that guy the Heritage Cup. I'll be like, why? But we move on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go back to the Capitol Wrestling Center for our next match. Lexis King taking on the screaming Banshee himself, Trey Bearhill. This match sucked. Almost a 2.5 minute suck fest. Lexis King wins with the coronation, whatever that is. 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom, good night. Thanks for coming. Let's go to the bathroom. Alright, so I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. I didn't care for the match. That's that. Alright, then we go to the locker room. We have Trick and Mello talking. Mello is trying to keep Trick's eyes on the prize. And asks, why are you fighting Ilya Dragunov's battles? He's the champ. He can fight his own battles. So Trick says, I know what I'm doing there, dude. That too. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the ring for the Supernova sessions with Norm Dar and Ora Menza and their hot fucking guest Lola Vice. Oh, yes. Oh, Valerie Loretta, you definitely can get it. I mean, definitely. Respectfully, of course. But you definitely can ride this hot, sexy Italian super cock all day long. You can twerk on it. I don't give a shit. And you can put it on Instagram. No, I'm kidding. Put it on OnlyFans. But I digress. Anyway, so Lola comes to the ring looking hot as always. Good lord. Basically, I call her the second coming of Sasha Banks, because she basically kind of looks like Sasha Banks from the old school days, when she had the actual real hair. Well, she doesn't have, but before she changed her hair color to like blue and red, but that was wigs, I heard. Kind of like, how Miss Salina Vega, comes out with the like different colored wigs. There's not anything wrong with that. But, if you want to, you're banging from behind, you're grabbing a thing. Oops! Fuck! Alright, what am I going to do now? Finish me off! Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry I yanked your weave off. I didn't mean to. Anyway. Alright, so Lola talks about how her friendship with Elektra expired last week because Lopez is a leech. I thought she said bitch, but it said leech. So then Elektra Lopez comes out and really, holy shit, she roasted her like a fucking marshmallow. Buried her like the Undertaker. Comes out and says, you want to know the real... It's like, and I want to know who the real Lola Vice is. It's like, I got here, I got with Santos Escobar and Legado. It says, oh, you got... It says you auditioned for a Lifetime movie, and the only reason you got to NXT is because you shook your ass on Instagram. I was like, wow. And then he's like, oh, and then you think you're an MMA fighter shadow boxing in a bikini, which isn't a bad thing. So I'm like, damn. And then Elektra's like, I want to fight you next week, but I'm not going to wait till next week. And then she spears the living crap out of Lola Vice over the couch. They have a cat fight! And then they get separated, and then we're going to have a match next week. Oh. It's going to be war next week. I like where it's going. I like this feud right now. I like it. Even though, because basically Elektra just freaking exposed Valerie Laredo, Lola Vice, which she really isn't that great on the mic. She's great looking, but not so great on the mic, and not that great in the ring. But damn, she looks good. She definitely can get it. Anyway, front, back, side to side, diagonally. I mean, you would go to war on her ass. She'd probably go to war with our dicks and everything, but come on. But we move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see a video on Twitter, from my cousin. Well, he's sleeping now, but okay. Alright, you stay there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to wake you up, because, okay. So my cousin, my legit cousin, no lie, no cap, Tony D'Angelo will get you a nice grilled chicken sandwich for $2, and Stacks and Rizzo in the back seat of the car. I don't know where I think they're going to the performance center to kick OTM, the Barooka Gangsters, Reggie and Jada Bucker, about to kick their ass. So we'll see what happens with that, and Tony swears revenge on them. Uh-oh. And, they're probably I think they're gonna have a tag team title match at Vengeance Day. I hope they win, but basically it's like 4-on-3. I think we're gonna get a 6-man tag team match first, but we'll see what happens with that. We move on. Alright, after that, speaking of Mr. my cousin, and the whole thing with Chase U, still having problems. They're in their classroom, and basically the classroom is being taken apart. Chairs are being taken. The flag gets taken. Even Mr. Chase's podium gets taken. And we see Riley Osborne. He's there, and he's kind of pissed off for, letting Mr. Chase down. And Mr. Chase like, oh, you did a good job. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And Mr. Chase looks like a fucking homeless bum. Kind of, I was like, oh, you've been watching Ring of Honor, haven't you? With how Dalton Castle, the Peacock, how his troubles with Johnny Johnny Mundo, Johnny TV has been going on lately. Like him coming out of a dumpster and throwing cheese on the freaking door. Really looking like a bum. His hair's all fucked up. So, you've been watching Ring of Honor there, Shawn Michaels, haven't you, you son of a bitch? So they want to do something like that with Mr. Chase and company. So then Duke Hudson's there, and he loses his Student of the Year trophy, whatever that was, and he's kind of pissed off about that. He's like, no, what did they do? And then Mr. Chase loses his podium, and then they're like, what are we going to do now? Next week, they're going to officially say their goodbyes. So it looks like Chase U is pretty much, going to disband and be done. But we still got JC Jane and Thea Hale trying to save the university with something. Wet t-shirt contest. I think it's a bikini car wash. I don't know what JC and Thea are doing. But JC's trying to formulate a plan to save the university. We'll have to see what happens with that. So Mr. Chase then goes, class dismissed, and then he shuts off the freaking lights. That's it. The final lecture, I guess you can call it, for Chase U. Not the greatest, final classroom thing we've seen on TV. When Head of the Class ended, that was sad. That was a great show back in the day with the late, great Howard Hessman. I actually knew, remember that little girl that was in the classroom? I actually knew her. She was a friend of one of my other friends that used to go to school with him. And she somehow got on the show. She's like 12, I don't know how old she was on that show. I'm like, damn. Freaking 5th grader and on a show where it's basically a high school and they're learning about high school history. I'm like, shh. That's something you don't do. It's like, I'm in an honors class. Yeah, if you get taught by Booger, You know, Johnny, not Johnny Five. Johnny Fire, whatever. You know, from WKRP in Cincinnati. Johnny, Big Johnny. Not that Big Johnny. People power! Not Big Johnny, Laurinaitis. Booger! If you get a teacher like Booger, you're going places. But I love that show. WKRP in Cincinnati was such a great show back in the 70s and 80s. One of the greatest theme songs in the history of television. Baby, Cincinnati, WKRP. Great show. Lonnie Anderson looking hot before when she was hot. She was dating Burt Reynolds at the time. Howard Hessman was, like I said, Johnny Fire, or whatever his name was. You had a couple other guys who were on the show that were funny, but that show was amazing. That's my childhood right there, man. You can see that show on Paramount, actually. Paramount Plus, actually, not Paramount. Well, maybe Paramount. I don't know the TV show, TV station. But I think Paramount Plus, definitely you can see all that old school stuff. Good stuff. But I think the greatest one in the history of television is the end of Boy Meets World when Mr. Feeney, says goodbye to Corey, to Panger, and Sean. That was sad. That was a sad episode. Before Girl Meets World, which is not even on air anymore. That show was boring. Boy Meets World was funny. That was great shit. Mr. Feeney! But that show was set in Philadelphia. Why? And it fucking, Ben Savage, all the time, wearing a fucking Philadelphia Filthies shirt. Fuck that team. Fuck that fucking city. It's a garbage fest. Hate that city. Fucking hate it. Even though my cousin lives there, but I wish he moved. That city sucks, Beavis. This coffee sucks too, butthead. It sucks, it sucks! Calm down, Beavis. Boing! I am the great Cornholio! We move on. Alright, so the final session of Chase U, and we'll see what happens next week with the final, saying their goodbyes. Bye! Go on, grow up. That's that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to Dragon Lee taking on Reggie with the Brookwood Gangsters at ringside, and along with Jada Parker. It was an okay match. The big man, Oba Femi, woo, the Nigerian god that he is, he comes out on the platform to watch. It was an okay match, flippy dippity doos here and there. And then Tony D and company come out and start a brawl with Jada Parker and the rest of OTM, Lucius Price and Nico. Blah, 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 blah. So, they get in the ring and they're starting to fight. I'm like, where's the disqualification here? Referee, do something! But no DQ, and Rizzo and Jada Parker beating the crap out of each other in the middle of the ring. The referee's like, what am I supposed to do? But anyway, that distraction led Dragon Lee to hit Operation Dragon, or I call it the Last of the Dragon. 1, 2, 3 Destino, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3 in 5.5 minutes, this match ends. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Oba Femi accepts Dragon Lee's challenge for the North American title at Vengeance Day. So that's that. Oba's first defense of the title. He's going to win, obviously. Oba's going to have a long reign with that belt. I have to see who he faces at Stand and Deliver. What feud he will go into next, I don't know. But look at that. Alright, move on with that. Then we go to, I don't know where we go. It's like, I think the locker room or somewhere. We have the Job Squad, Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, kind of upset, they're disappointed in their performance in the Dusty Cup. And then the resident cheerleader, Brinley Reese, comes in, or as I call her, Alexa Bliss 2.0, the cheerleader version, comes in and gives them a motivational speech, wants them to come up with 5 things they liked about their match last week, and 5 things they didn't like about the match. So they're like, we just want to do our own thing, and they're like, oh, maybe that's a good idea. Sure! Why not? So I'm like, oh, great, Great, Brinley Reese is going to get with Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. I guess she likes that BBC then, I don't know. Maybe getting a different version of, Buddy Matthews and, I forgot their name with Alexa Bliss. I can't think of the name off the top of my fucking head. That tag team, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I think it was Matthews and Murphy. I forgot what it was. Not Eminem, obviously, but I don't know what's happening with that, but I care less. So I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then we go to the lassie from Ireland, Lila Vankilia, watching something on her phone. Don't know what it is. Don't want to know. Then she's looking at her NXT Women's Championship. And then Daphne 2.0, Tatum Paxley, that creepy, what. She comes in and says that she's so excited to be her partner. Lyra's like, I don't want you to be my partner, you're creepy. I don't have time for this. And then Tatum says, we're on the same page. Kinda. Exactly. Exactly, right, Wrestling Cat? Right? What do you think of Tatum Paxley? What do you think? I think she's a creepy bitch. I know she is. I know. She is. So, my friend, you're my good friend, right? Down for a little bit. I'll give you some treats in a minute. Man, even Wrestling Cat hates Tatum Paxley because she's creepy. I know she's creepy. I know. You want to say anything else about Tatum Paxley that we already don't know? Huh? Yes? No? You done? Okay. Alright, so we got that. That was kind of creepy. It gets creepier late in a little bit. But I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then we go to Blair Davenport taking on the Russian assassin Karmen Petrovich. 3-minute bore fest. Did I say 3 minutes bore fest? Anyway, Blair wins with the running knee to face. Like Kogayame almost the V-trigger. 1, 2, 3, Blair gets the win. Match I didn't care about. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then we go to Kelly Kincaid in the back with Ridge Holland, who got the crap bit out of him last week by Gallus. Last week because he doesn't have any friends. And basically, he goes to leave, and Kelly Kincaid's like, wait, you mean to tell me you're going to fight Gallus all by yourself next week? Ridge is like, yup. I'm like, okay, I guess you got a death wish. I mean, really, who's going to come and fight with him? They're going to bring, Pete fucking Dunne and Tyler Bate down? They could. Sheamus might come back. Sheamus would be in NXT, I think, for the first time. They could do that and kind of reunite the Brawling Brutes, but why? I don't think they're going to do that because Pete Dunne went his own way with Ridge Holland after Ridge kicked his ass. and made him go back to Pete fucking Dunne. And now British Strong Style is on SmackDown now. Tyler Bates on the main roster, which is kind of a good thing. More tag teams in the division. But who's gonna really come and save freaking Ridge Holland in his little feud with Gallus? I mean, who? Who? I don't know. Maybe Sheamus has to come down to NXT and help his buddy out. But then, I mean, you need a third guy. But who's the third guy? Hogan? No, it's not Hogan. I don't know. So, we'll have to see what happens with that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to what's coming next week. So we've got some good stuff next week. The Heritage Cup with Noam Dar and Von Wagner, Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez, and much more on the Go Home Show next week on NXT. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. Josh Briggs against Whoop Dat Trick Williams. Ilya Dragunov on commentary. It was an match. Briggs accidentally kicks Dragunov in the face. Dragunov tries to go after Trick. I don't know for what reason. Carmelo Hayes comes out and stops him, knocks him off the apron. And then Trick grabs a quick victory roll. 1, 2, 3. So he gets the win. Match was kind of 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Briggs hits a discus clothesline on Trick, laying him out. Dragunov has to be held back from going after Mello. And then, Trick gets back up. It's like, he looks at Mello. Mello's like, it's like, what the fuck? Shoves him. I'm like, uh-oh. We're getting this. It's happening. It's happening. Stand and deliver. Oh, sorry. Stand and deliver. Can't say stand and deliver. You gotta say it like the Yes Boys. That's that. So, the eventual breakup of Trick and Mello is going to happen. I think they might win next week against the LWO, and then I think they lose the Dusty Cup to Braun and Baron Corbin. And then, they're still fighting, during the pay-per-view, and then at the end of the pay-per-view, Mello comes out and screws Trick and costs him the NXT World Title. And then the NXT, on February 6th edition of NXT, Trick and Mello are going to come out and basically rip each other apart. And then that match will lead into Stand and Deliver in April. So it's got a basically a 2-month build. Unless, they do something maybe, what Valentine's Day Massacre is coming up. They usually do a Valentine's Day episode, event, like Halloween Havoc. So they might do something like that on February the 13th. So, we'll see what happens with that, but I think if they do one match, they're going to have to do another one in, at Stand and Deliver at April 6th. So there you go. That's where the feud will probably either happen or continue or culminate. We'll see. Alright, that's that. Alright, then we go to the back. Thea Hale's kind of upset over Chase U closing down. JC Jane says it's not over yet. And then Lexis King comes in, tries to get with Thea Hale and offer a shoulder to cry on. And then Riley Osborne comes in, chases him off. Thea's like, yay! And then Riley asks Thea for a private chat. And Thea's like, oh, no, okay. And then he leaves and he's like, yay! I'm gonna get some dick! Jason's like, settle down. Take it easy. Take it easy. For a girl that's like 20 years old, hasn't seen dick in a while, but she's all happy. She's gonna finally, get with, her crush, her boyfriend. So there you go. Maybe we'll see a segment with them, private, in a private chat, and then Riley goes for it. Oh, no, maybe Thea will make the first move and kiss him, and then next thing you know, they're kissing, they're making out. Just wild fucking making out. Or, Thea's just freaking going to town, kiss, like sloppy fucking mouth-to-mouth kissing and everything, and jumping up on top of him and shit. And Ryan's like, what am I supposed to do? Take it like a man. You know, those crazy chicks, kind of, they're wild. You're gonna see CM Punk that, right? Right, Phil? You dig crazy chicks like AJ Lee. No wonder you married her and banged her. Bastard. You're a bastard, Phil. Bastard! Should have been me. But just remember, Phil, who hit it first? Your boy, Jay Lethal. Your boy! No, not his boy, but Jay Lethal hit that ass first. Then, pretty much, Dolph Ziggler. Well, I don't know, maybe everybody in the locker room, basically. Because you know how hot AJ was, and she was young, even though she was, like, young. Like, 20-something years old. She's 40, not my age now. She still looks good. I still fuck that ass. I don't give a shit. Alright, so we got that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we got a Who Gives a Shit video on the No Quota Catch Crew. Catchpoint 3.0. Don't care. Don't care. It's a boring as fuck group. We get that. And then we go to somewhere in the back. Mello tells Trick to realize that Ilya's using him. Like he did with Corbin. We'll see what happens with that. Then we get another rundown of next week's card. I don't know why. Alright, then after that, we go to the contract signing between Lyra Valkyria and Roxy. Ava Rain is emceeing the contract signing. So Roxy's like, I respect you. You know, this is a stand and deliver main event months early. It's like, why didn't you do it then? I guess because of Corey J, they moved it up, I think. I don't know. But anyway. So Roxy's like, everybody's seen the rise of you. You know, you got the belt. Well, I basically had to chase the title. I really never lost because, you know, the whole thing that happened last year, where she had that really scary situation, where she had a panic attack or something like that. She had to drop the belt, and then came back and almost, you know, I think she got it. No, she had that thing. She dropped it, and then she came back, and she's kind of like turning heelish. But anyway, so Roxy's like, when I win at Vengeance Day, I'll make you walk down the same road I had to walk down, you know, to get back to the belt. That was like, I've been watching you. You had a great run, but you basically been replaced. Roxy thinks Lyra is overconfident, and is like, I wonder what would happen when you get booed because the people turn on you like they turn on me. And then they stand up, and Ava's like, no, we're gonna sign this contract. And then they sign. They eventually do sign. They have an aggressive handshake. Then they have a big epic stare down. And they're supposed to end the show, but then the creepy bitch that she is, Tatum Paxley, Daphne 2.0, comes from behind and picks up Roxy and hits a spine buster through the table. She knew that was going to break. Contract signing. Puts it through the table. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Lyra's like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like, stay away from me, leave me alone. So I think next week we might get Roxy versus Tatum Paxley in a meaningless match. And Lyra is probably on commentary, or she comes out at the end, or I don't know. Something don't add up. But I think we're going to see a stand and deliver. I don't know why this is going to happen. Lyra Valkyria taking on Tatum Paxley at basically your WrestleMania. You're going to have that? No! That's gonna be a boring as fuck match if that happens at Stand and Deliver. If you want to have Lyra defend the belt at that pay-per-view, you gotta have somebody good, like Lola Vice. when she cashes in. Or, what I would probably do is I have Lola Vice cash in at Vengeance Day. And then, what does Lola Vice do at Stand and Deliver? I don't know. Maybe defend the belt against Elektra Lopez. I don't know. But I do see Lola cashing in and winning that belt. Not that she's gonna hold it for long, but I think she might cash in, win it, be a transitional champion. But I mean, we'll have to see. But that's it. All right, so that ends NXT for tonight, and it wasn't a great show, but still, I gave it a respectable 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below in the comments section. And if you want to do your own video, do your own video. That's all I gotta say about that. But please hit that like button, stick it straight up everybody's ass. Hit the bell to get more. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other channels down below. Show me your love and support. And all that good stuff. And that's it. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out my video about Raw going to Netflix in January of 2025. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I will be back tomorrow with another twofer. Your Wednesday, I would do Monday Night Raw. And then later tomorrow, if I don't have anything else comes your way tomorrow, we'll be doing Dynamite. And then Thursday we're going to do Ring of Honor and TNA. Two separate videos on late Thursday night. Friday we're going to do... I'm going to try to I know there might be some extra matches at the Rumble, so I'm going to just do it anyway. I might add my predictions in for extra matches they get announced for the Royal Rumble. But I think the final card will be out Friday. So Friday afternoon I will do my Royal Rumble predictions, and then late Friday night SmackDown and Rampage, and then on Saturday I would do Royal Rumble review on this channel, and then Sunday, way before I even go out to watch the Niners game, Sunday afternoon, your Collision review. And if the Niners win, and I hope they do, the Niners win on Sunday, and then Sunday night, when I come back from Sunday dinner and watching the game, I will do a humongous, well, not humongous, but I will do another video. I don't know what channel, probably this channel. I might make a short on my rant channel, but I'm going to do a proper video, maybe on this channel, maybe on, the Shadow Slayer channel. I'll do a, Super Bowl, NFC Championship title victory video for the Niners, and then, get you guys ready for the Super Bowl, and who's gonna be in the Super Bowl. I'm hoping it's gonna be the Niners and the Chiefs, but it looks like the Niners and the Ravens, but we'll see. Anything can happen on Sunday, and it usually does, but we'll see. And that's that. Alright, so that's all this week, and then next week we'll kind of get back to normal again with Raw, SmackDown, AEW, predictions for Vengeance Day, probably on Sunday afternoon. Then Sunday night, your Vengeance Day review. Do Collision Saturday night, late Saturday night, next Saturday night. So we got that. So stay tuned to my channel. Please hit that bell so you know when my videos go up. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night and a great tomorrow. And I'll see you then. Until next time, my friends. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cuckoot. And if you're not down with that, well, you're a fuckboy, you're a bitch, and you're pretty much jealous. If you are. And that's it. If you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Adios until next time. Peace.